Okay, so good day to all of you. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate that the Arduino IDE can accept syntax of object-oriented programming or OOP. So in order to show its capability, I'm going to provide you with an Arduino sketch written in OOP that controls the blinking of two LEDs. So since that, again, we're going to use two LEDs, we're going to use the previous setup, the electronic component setup that we have used in blinking the two LEDs. So let's start our tutorial. So first is this Arduino sketch utilizes again the use of tabs. So from this inverted triangle, we're going to click it and then click the new tab and then name led.h. So it should be in lowercase letters and then click OK. So then we already have an led.h, a customized library that we're going to use in our Arduino sketch. So then again, to start the library is we have this keyword if and def led underscore h in uppercase letters, and then let's define led underscore h. And then we're going to define the two LEDs that we'll be using in this example. So LED underscore 1 is 3, and then define another LED underscore 2, and then in pin number 11. And then next is we're going to have this lines of code. Okay, class LED, and then int LED pin long on time, and then long of time. Okay, the class looks like a structure, but the difference is it has this public for object-oriented programming. We have public function of LED in pin long on and then long off. And then we have void blink LED, void turn on, and then void turn off. Okay. And then our right curly brackets, let's put a semicolon, and then to end the library, we have keyword and if. Okay, so in this library, as we can see with this lines of code, so we have the class and the public. So this is already a characteristic of an object-oriented programming. So again, as I've said, class LED, the int LED pin, long on time and long off time, looks like a structure, but it has this public keyword here. And then we have the function LED. It accepts the parameter of int pin, long on, and then long off. And then we also have inside is we have the void blink LED, of course, by means of its description. It makes the LED blink. And then we also have another function. We have void turn on for turning on the LED and the void turn off, and of course for turning off the LED. And these are all void. It means it does not return any value. So we're already finished with our library led.h. So next is we will have another tab. Okay, again, click the inverted triangle and then new tab and then name it led.cpp. So that CPP is the file name extension for C++. So it can also accept C++ programming language syntax. Since actually C++, actually C Sharp, there are all a family of C programming language. Of course, they have different variations. Okay, so we created another tab. So we have the led.cpp. So let's declare the library here that we're going to use, the led.h, and then another library, the arduino.h, so that our Arduino sketch, we use customized functions for Arduino. And then we have led double colon led, and then int pin long on, and then long off. And then led pin is equal to pin, and then pin mode, led pin, it is an output. Okay, so for this one is um, we have this function. So this double colon is called a constructor. So this function is already declared inside the led.h. And then we have this parameter pin. So whatever the value of pin will be stored in led pin. And then this led pin will be initialized. Since it is a pin, we have to use pin mode again. So pin mode, led pin, and then of course led is an output, so you should put it as output. And then we have on time is equals to on, and then off time is equals to off. So all the parameters in this function will have a corresponding counterpart. So we have pin, led pin, on is for on time, and then off is for off time. And then next line of code is void led. So double colon turn on. Okay, so of course you're turning it on. So our process here or line of code is digital write led pin high. Okay, and then we have another, if we have the turn on, okay, we also have turn off. Okay, so the code is digital write led pin low. And then we have the function, the turning on, the turning off. Since it is blinking the led, we have another one, void led blink led. Okay, this, and then let's make it an arrow. We have the hyphen or dash, and then the greater than arrow turn on. And then we have delay from on time, the whatever value that on time will store. And then another one is we have this turn off, and then delay is off time. And then we already have our right curly bracket. So for blink LED, so we have this keyword this. So this is an instance actually of the LED. So this is used, of course, in OOP. So if you can analyze this block of code, so the LED will be turned on, and then there is what will be the time this LED will be turned on, and then it will be turned off. It will be turned off next, and then what is the time that it will remain to be off. So this is the code for um, blinking the LED. Okay, so we're already finished with led.cpp. So let's get back to the main tab. So our main tab, so since again, yes, we already declared the number sign include led.h. We have to declare it again so that it will be recognized if any code inside or variable inside led.h will be recognized. So we have led.h double quotes. And then put it outside to make it a global variable for the function. So led underscore 1. Okay, this is the pin. If you can remember, the parameters of LED is in pin, long on, and long off. So we were going to control LED1. So its long on is 1000 milliseconds or 1 seconds, and then its off is 500. And then we're not going to put anything in the void setup. And then in void loop, since what we're going to do in our two LEDs is we have to make it blink. So LED dot blink LED. Okay. So as you can notice, we have only one, but we declared in our led.h is we have two. Okay, let's try to first to verify if our Arduino sketch is does not contain any errors. So let's verify. So it will be automatically saved. So let's name this as blinking 2 LEDs. Then OOP, just to describe that the code is written in object-oriented programming syntax. And then let's save. So it will be verified. Let's see if I don't have any typographical errors or syntax errors that I have committed. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so we do not have any error, so good. So if we're going to analyze the main tab, so we have this LED1, 1000 milliseconds for on, and then 500 milliseconds for off. So you're going to ask if we're going to execute this Arduino sketch, meaning it will only control one LED. So why not example, let's make another instance of this one. For example, LED, then space LED, then LED underscore 2, then let's make other, for example, 5000 and then 1000 milliseconds. Okay, let's try to verify. Will it have syntax error? Okay. So for this example, so there is an error redefinition of LED. So it is not correct that we're going to declare two in order to control them both. Actually, there is a turnaround or there is a solution for this, for controlling both at the same time, but this is not the scope of this tutorial. So if we're going to analyze is that you're going to control one LED at a time. So for example, for this line of code, So you're going to control your LED 1, but if you want to control the other LED, we have LED underscore LED 2. And if you want to change the duration for your on time and off time, again, you can manipulate and play with it depending, of course, of your preference. So, you cannot, for this tutorial, you cannot control the two LEDs at the same time. It only will control one at a time. So, let's return it into one for the original. Again, let's verify if there are no additional errors. Okay, so now we are ready for uploading it in our Arduino Uno board.
Okay, so we're ready now to upload our Arduino sketch written in OOP syntax. So this is not yet the OOP syntax because this is the previously Arduino sketch or the hex file uploaded in the Arduino Uno. So if you could already notice is that, example, if you're going to upload an Arduino sketch to the Arduino Uno board, so it will overwrite the previous um, Arduino sketch uploaded or its hex file. So if you're going to upload it, this will be this will change depending on the again of your Arduino sketch. So let's already upload. So since I've already again configured the Arduino board that I connected to my computer, the proper ports, and of course the board. So let's upload and let's see what will happen. So as I already discussed, the main tab, it will only control one LED, which is LED 1. So from based on these two LEDs, LED 1 is the green LED. So let's upload. Alright, it's already uploaded. So, based on our analysis earlier, it is correct that it will only control one LED at a time. And then again, you can manipulate the values. For example, make the on time to 500 milliseconds also. So, let's just make it the same. So, again, let's upload it. So, as we can see, the behavior or reaction of the LED. So, it's already blinking faster because I've set the on time and off time with the same in milliseconds, which is 500 milliseconds. So if you want to control the other LED, based again on our analysis, we cannot control two LEDs at once. Again, there is a turnaround for doing this in this Arduino sketch, but it is not the scope of our tutorial. So we're just going to change the LED to LED 2. So again, let's make it so LED 1 is the green LED and then the green LED is LED 2. So let's see. Okay, so by changing the parameter for the pin, so now it is now controlling the LED 2. So again, so this is an example of an Arduino sketch written in OOP. It can still be recognized by the Arduino IDE. So, but the question is, are we required to use the OOP? No, this is just a demonstration. Since, example, you are more adept or you're very good in the Arduino sketch that only uses digital write for controlling two or more LEDs, of course, you have to go to a process or to a way which is more comfortable or which is easier for you. So, I hope that you learned something from this tutorial. So, if you do have any questions, please free to comment below. And then, please, of course, subscribe to my channel. So, again, we have demonstrated of how Arduino IDE can recognize OOP syntax. So again, thank you very much and good day.